Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ryan Riggin at Measure Media. Here is a hyperspeed version of how we run a conversion optimization roadmap with our clients using Trello, Optimizely, and Slack. All right, so let's go into Trello and see what's up. So first, every client gets a Trello board. In this Trello board, we have a template with each different stage of the process. From left to right, we've got ideation, planning and analysis, design and build, test, currently running, our outcomes, and then done. Done means that the winning test is live and in production. So the idea here is that things move left to right, and each card represents a given test. So the first stage here is ideation. So every client at the beginning of our process, we sit down with our clients and we discuss all of the different ideas that everybody engaged in the process has. And it's a brainstorming phase, and we usually take a few hours to run through all of the different things that people want to test, different opportunities, where the problem areas are in the funnel, and identify which ones we want to go with. So first, let's get some tests in there. So number one, you're going to see a pricing page test. Second, you're going to see a homepage pop-up test. How about checkout page variations, redesigning the product page, button color tests, header copies, post-conversion upsells, and the list goes on and on. So out of a brainstorming phase will come a bunch of tests that people want to do. And then we rank these tests in the order of level of complexity of implementation and the impact to the business on the upside. From there, we can pick which tests we want to execute and knock them out one by one. So for this next test, we're going to focus on pricing page test. So let's move that one over into planning and analysis. Okay, so here we are in the test. We are now going to set out to fix the pricing page and fix our conversion rate. So what we've got going on here is a 5-step process. We're an Optimizely solutions partner, and Optimizely is the leading A/B multivariate optimization test platform on the market, and they recommend this process: problem, hypothesis, goal, strategy, tactics, and technical details. So what happens here is every single test we identify what the problem is. In this case, our problem is that our e-commerce conversion is way too low, and there's a huge drop-off in the funnel when people see the pricing page. Our hypothesis is that if we simply redesign the pricing page and eliminate one of the 3 options, decreasing the cognitive load, in other words, making people think less, we'll reduce the drop on this step and simply increase the conversion rate. Our goal in this case is to improve the conversion rate by 20%. You have to be able for every test to identify what defines success. In this scenario, if we can improve the conversion rate by 20%, then this test will be considered successful. Then we look at our strategy and tactics. What are we going to do to accomplish this goal? In this case, we're going to redesign the pricing page with 2 options instead of 3. And as far as the technical details go, we have 2 options for this test. First, we can implement this test as an Optimizely redirect test, or we can make the changes to the pricing page in line in Optimizely. Okay, so now that we have all the goals outlined for the test, let's go ahead and engage the team and get things going. So first I need to confirm our problem. I need to ask Jim, see if the pricing page is really the problem. So let's ask him. Let's say, hey Jim, is the pricing page, or does the pricing page really account for our biggest drop-off? So let's say. As you can see, all this stuff's getting piped into a Slack channel. We'll see that later. So yeah, so he replies back, looking at the funnel view in the dashboard, the pricing page is 60% follow. Yeah, I'd say that's worth addressing. So let's go ahead and let's move forward. So now what we need to do is, I referenced before, there's 2 options for this test. So what we need to do is identify which one we're going to use. Travis is our client, and we're going to ask him what the best way to do this is. So let's, hey Travis, there's 2 options here. We have 2 options for this test. One is run it as a redirect. 2 is we make the changes in line. Just for reference, the first one, Optimizely, has 2 different options. You can run a redirect method where we build out the test on a separate page on your website. And when we do that, we just tell Optimizely to go there for the variation. Secondly, Optimizely's built-in editor allows you to make the changes in line and run the test without making any code changes. So we're going to ask Travis's opinion on the best way to do this. What do you think? So we'll see what he says there. So he wants to do the redirect test, so I'm just going to reply back and say, okay, sounds good. Let's go and ask Kyle. So, hey Kyle, can you go ahead and get this test configured? And we can, all right, cool. So Kyle's going to go ahead and build off the test. So let's go check. Okay, there's Kyle. So Kyle's got, wow, that was quick. He's got the test set up. So let's see. He's got the pricing page test set up in the redirect format Travis requested. We have a test ID. We have the conversion page set as the primary goal. We have click engagement set up as the secondary goal. So let's just go ahead and go over to Optimizely and see what this looks like. Here we are in Optimizely. We have a pricing page test set up. We have our traffic allocation set to 100%, 50-50 from the original to the variation, perfect. We have a checkout goal, so meaning the conversion that we're going to track in this case is the checkout. And we have this audience set up to everyone, and it looks like this is ready to go. Oh, it looks like Travis responded. Yep, Travis says the test looks great. Let's go ahead and push it to production. All right, so let's go over and let's check in with Slack. All right, so as you can see, all the activity that we just saw, all of the lists being moved, all of the comments, all of the commentary, questions and answer on the Trello board get piped into a Slack channel, and looks like Kyle just responded back to Travis and said, perfect, I'll set the traffic live. Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and just like wrap this up in Slack, and we can move forward. So awesome, guys. Really looking forward to seeing the results of this test. And let's close it out with something maybe a little bit more fun. We use Giphy, and we'll try for winning. See what happens here.
The Giphy never disappoints.
That's awesome.